Sponsored by Race and the Big Cruising Car Show. So thank you to all of you for all of the work. We know that this is work that happens year round. I know you guys are constantly working on that. So, but while we're here, what we want to happen is to have a representative of Race. Maybe it's Norval. We don't know who it is. Norval, are you the one that's going to be speaking? Or you're the one? Okay. Okay. So you get to speak this morning, and so we wish you to come on up here and tell us all about Race. Tell us all about the car show. You want to speak? If you want to tell us about the history, you've got this, Lynn. You know what you're going to speak about. So go for it.
I'll try. Like Chief said, welcome to Act 1 Building. Race, R-A-C-E. Racing and Cruising Enthusiast. If I don't get that right, Norval or Arden will send me a little nasty letter. This is the 24th year for the car club. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, I'm William Thieben. I'm current president of the car club. This is the 24th year for the car club to be in existence, okay? But only the 23rd year for the car show. And the reason is, in 2020, we voted not to have it because of COVID. Everything we do and say anymore in this country, we always have to throw out the word COVID. In 2019, though, we had 495 entries. And we really thought the next year we were going to hit 500. Well, we were excited. That was kind of our goal, to get 500 cars down here. But again, because of COVID, we didn't have it, and then the next year our numbers have dropped down to around the 450 mark, and that's where they've been now for the last 4 or 5 years. But eventually we'll get them back up to and hit that 500, I really believe. Alva Car Show is the largest free car show in the state of Oklahoma. It is also voted as the second best car show in the state of Oklahoma, only to Oklahoma City. You know, I guess little town of Alva just can't compete with Oklahoma City, but we're beating all the rest of them, people. So let's hear the Alva Car Show. Trust me, it is a long weekend, so if you see a car club member, be sure to thank them for the weekend that they do. Thank you, Keith, for showing up. Appreciate it. Keith Dell for sheriff. Keep that in mind. There's your plug. Pay me later.
Appreciate you.
You betcha. Anyway, we're the second best car show in the state of Oklahoma, okay? A little history of the car club. I believe the story goes something like this, and Norval can correct me if I'm wrong. For those of you that don't know Norval Ritter, except right there, a guy named Jim, I got my notes here. Who was the guy with you at the Wichita Car Show?
What's that?
Who was the guy with you at the...
Well, actually, it was Mike Dunker was the one that we...
Yeah, I got Mike down here too, but Jim that ran the...
Yeah, he wasn't up
Jim Clemens.
Yeah,
One of your original guys?
Right.
Okay, Jim Clemens, I'll give him credit, because Jim Clemens, Norval Ritter, Mike Dunker, you remember Mike Dunker? Of course, we lost him just over a year ago. And they came back and also recruited Dr. Larry Smith and Myron Brock, I believe was your 5 original ones, and then quickly got the Klein brothers, Daryl and Stan Klein got involved, and a few others. We now have currently around 55 club members, 35, which I would say is active. What I mean by active is they show up to the meetings. They're going to be down here on the square all weekend helping. And again, it's kind of a long weekend, so be sure to thank them. If you haven't got one of these brochures, get one. It's got a list of all the activities. We kick off tonight around 5 o'clock with a free hamburger and hot dog cookout right over on the square. So please come down, join us for hamburgers, hot dogs. There'll be cars showing up throughout the day. A bunch more showing up tomorrow. Tomorrow is really the big day as far as our activities and the car show and the judging. We'll have a burnout, the Going Low, and this year we've got a drone show on Saturday night. You guys don't want to miss that. It's bigger than the one they had in Woodward at the K101 football game. Norval made sure ours was going to be bigger. He found out how many drones they had, and he said add 10 to that. So be sure to be here all weekend. Another tidbit I want to bring up. I don't know how many of you guys saw the Alva newspaper for August the 9th. It says growing Alva's economy. Okay? And what that had to do with was the mayor and the city council brought in 3 different organizations to kind of look over Alva and to see what maybe Alva needed to help grow their economy. And one of the groups pointed out that, believe it or not, the largest event that happens in Alva throughout the year is the Alva Car Show. Okay? The last couple of years, I've spoken in front of the tourism committee asking for some help funding this thing. And the number we throw out that we projected was down here on the square on Saturday was 5,000. Now, I always thought we were exaggerating that a little bit just to try to make sure we got the funding. Well, come to find out, keep this number in mind here. The population, the last time the census was taken in Alva, the population of Alva was 5,042. Okay? So, on Saturday, which will be tomorrow now, it's been proven that there'll be 6,500 people down here on this square. And this is how this company does it. You know, how many of you probably got your cell phone with you right now? Probably every one of us. They say you go to a football game. Let's say there's 100,000 people at a football game. They can tell you, every one of you who's there and where you're sitting. Yeah, we live in a free country, right? Because of your cell phone, you cannot go anywhere anymore without them knowing. When I say them, I mean the government. They know where you're at every second of the day with your cell phone, okay? But by that, they show that 6,500 people will be on this square down here tomorrow, okay? Let's just say the population of Alva, like I said, is 5,000.
Actually,
Well, counting Sunday, I'll get that.
well, actually, there's 8,800 tomorrow. 6,500 of them are the unique unique idiots.
Well, basically, I'm going to go by what the article says. Okay? Let's say half the people in Alva, half your population of Alva would be 2,500. Let's say they come down here tomorrow, okay? Which we know that's probably not going to happen. But if we add that, another 4,000, maybe even 8,000 then, is coming from out of town people. This car show will bring in, over the weekend, over 10,000 people down here on the square, with about 80% of them being from out of town. So again, business owners, be sure to thank the car club for the work that they put into this thing. I have any questions at this point? No? What? When's the burnout start? I think it's at 7 o'clock tomorrow night.
6 o'clock is going well.
6 o'clock's the going low. Burnout will be shortly after. And that drone show is right after burnout.
It's dark.
When it gets dark, dark 30.
Where should you sit at the drone show? Is it anywhere around the square or?
The area by City Hall and in front of the Farmers Co-op and stuff will be blocked off because that's a dead space in case there's a problem with the drone. But otherwise, everything to the west should be a really good spot.
You hear that?
Are they going to be able to shut off the street lights?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll be able to shut off. Got OG&E came and helped and got it set up to shut
Yeah,
off
that's
the
another
street
thing.
lights.
Oh, we couldn't figure out even call in specialist. A guy named Daryl Klein came all the way from Alva, Oklahoma, and there's no way to just shut off the lights. So we were going to maybe bag them. Well, Daryl contacted OG&E, and OG&E says we can fix that for you. So they've got a shut off. Can't tell you where it's at. So some high school kid will figure out where it's at. Shut it off, guy. Anyway, they're going to just be able to shut the lights off for us so you can see the drone show better. Anything else? Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you. And thank everybody from Race. This really is an incredible event that they put on. And we want you to host us for community coffee the Friday before. That'd be great. So some announcements from the chamber side. We are working on we're trying to compete with the car show for a Christmas event to again bring people local, bring people back home for Christmas. So if you haven't signed up for the newsletter or you're not watching our Facebook page, please do that because we're really trying to get that going. And honestly, it is going. We've got almost everything sponsored, just lacking a few things. We want you to send out the information to family and friends that don't live here and say, hey, if you need to have Christmas with your family in Alva, come home that weekend, and we're gonna show you what we've got. So we've got a ton of events planned for that weekend, and we're trying to raise some money through a 50-50 raffle. So all of the businesses downtown have a box at their location, and then G&G and Bar S have it outside of town. Garnett's has a box to do a 50-50 raffle. So far, it hasn't been great. So if you want to go get one, go get some tickets. We've made, I think, $60 so far, but that is $60 we did not have in the fund for that. So it's new. Next year we're going to take off a little stronger on it. But if you are at one of those shops, support them. Then that box will turn into Candy Cane Cash box after that. So that's where we're headed with that. If you're interested in what is planned for the Christmas, you can pick up a flyer. We've got, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday now. So we've got characters here, we've got events, things to do, lots of kids stuff. Also raising some funds through purchasing luminaries. We're going to have a place set up downtown on the courthouse lawn for a tree of life and love. That we're going to have different size luminaries hanging from trees and on the ground to make it a very whimsical, very loving area to show our respect to those that we have lost. So if you want to purchase one of those for a family member, I've got the forms for that. And then another exciting piece, for this Christmas thing, when people drive through town, we want them to feel like Christmas really is ready, or Alva is really ready for Christmas. We're going to have some windows decorated. We've got a contest for that, for the best window painting. For Christmas, we've got Christmas light crews that night that we've got sponsored. So the winner with the best lights in Alva will get $500. Thank you for Alva Health and Wellness for sponsoring that one. And then we're doing lawn cutouts. So we were trying to think of the best bang for your buck for decorations because the light displays are like thousands of dollars. So the big, tall, 8-foot branches with Cindy Lou Who and Max, cutting those out through with plywood. We've got somebody to cut them out for us. So if you are interested in having one of those in your area of business, then come talk to me and we'll get a form for you. We have several already started and they're going to be fantastic. And then a couple of options for sponsoring. So that's all on Christmas. Network at Night is going to be hosted at Daisy Village next Thursday. Haley is kind of the guru on that, so if you're interested in what that's about and how it works, talk to Haley. And then Bankit we're raising funds for Rotary Toys for Tots. And so right now you have about a week and a half till the 30th of September to donate towards that fund. Right now they're looking pretty good, but they could use some more funds that will help them get even more kids presents for Christmas. So that's exciting. And then also we will be announcing next week. Oh, yeah, that's right here. I'll let you have that one. No. Next week we'll announce who the new board members are. We have 3 that have won the votes to be on the chamber board. And then we're going to recruit the other ones to help with some other areas that didn't get selected. But that'll be next week because we're not quite ready. We've got to talk to them first.
And we've got homecoming buttons for sale. I wear multiple so that if at any point someone needs to buy one, I've got them for you. They're only $10. Just doing that for Northwestern. This is one of their best, one of their biggest fundraisers for Northwestern. Homecoming is selling the buttons. And we all love homecoming. It's probably the second largest event in Alva, and we all love homecoming. And so support homecoming by purchasing a button. The week of homecoming, they will get you discounts around town. Many businesses have hopped in there to do that. Yes. $10.
Each of those discounts gets you free into all the Cinderella stuff and the game. So it's really worth it. So a $10 investment to support them and to get all that stuff free is a really good deal.
Karen Kane says it's $2,000 worth of. If you were to use all of the discounts and all the things, it's worth $2,000 according to Karen Kane. So just an FYI on that, including the game and the Cinderella pageant. So yes.
Okay. Any other announcements that you want to share with everybody? Bring them. Oh yes, Melissa.
I'm with the Salt Plains National Wildlife Refuge. We have a couple events coming up. Next next weekend on Saturday, we're doing a refuse trash pickup from 9 to noon, and just at the Sullivan Crystal Digging area. If you participate, I'll give you a fee-free coupon for National Public Lands, so that's National Parks, BLM, Forest Service, areas like that. And then on October 12th, we're doing Slithering Saturday, so Dr. Ledbetter with Northwestern and Aaron Short are going to present about Northwestern common snake species and actually have live snakes. So that will be 11 to 1 at the Cherokee Library.
Send us some graphics on that.
Okay,
On that cleanup day, we went to Red Carpet Country Conference a couple weeks ago and met with Oklahoma Beautiful, and they've got some grant opportunities for cleanup, which I think maybe Alvin needs to look at. We need team players though to get with us on that. They've got a grant that you can apply for they'll pay the paint, they'll bring you the paint to refurbish and paint some of the buildings around town that need it to kind of revitalize. So if you're interested in that, come talk to us.
I think that's all that we have. So thank you all for coming this morning to the community coffee. Make sure that you partake
Eat all that.
of what they brought for us this morning. So thanks for coming.